Hey everybody, thanks for joining me for this rundown of My Little Scythe. This is a competitive family-friendly game that does borrow a lot of the same mechanics from the game Scythe. So, what are we doing? Welcome to the kingdom of Palm. And every player is going to be controlling these two little creatures that are siblings from a kingdom trying to bring that particular kingdom fame and fortune and glory. What that looks like is an exploration of this beautiful map out here, seeking and making and finding treasure, collecting apples and using magic in order to earn trophies. And that's really where the game is at. You want to earn 4 trophies, hopefully before, because if you get to 4, you trigger the end of the game, and then the player who has 4 trophies will win the game. But other players do get an opportunity to play one more round to try to kind of even the score. So that's a little bit where that family-friendly aspect of this game comes from. So, what do you do on your turn? Every player is going to have this sheet and a little pawn, and what they do is they simply just place this down in one of these dotted circles. There is 1 space to move, there are 2 spaces to seek, and there are 3 spaces to make. And when you place your pawn down, you will not be able to go to that spot until you move it to a new spot, and then the next time it's your turn, you could move back, or you could move to yet another spot on your area. The only time your pawn comes off the board is if you are sent back to your location for one of 2 reasons. You essentially delivered to the main kingdom and essentially collected one of those trophies, which sends you back to your home kingdom, or if you got in a pie fight and you lost and you have to go back home, and it allows you to take your pawn off so that you have all the options totally available to you at the start of your next turn, which is pretty cool. So players will simply just select one of these actions, do the action, and then it's the next player's turn. Turns are really streamlined and efficient. So what I've done here is I've set up the board already, and I'll take away this setup tile so that we reveal the kingdom in the center. This just tells where some of those starting resources begin based on the amount of players you have and where your kingdoms are placed. So this tile, essentially, we're done with. Every player is going to start off with 1 special secret ability that nobody else knows about that is geared towards one of the trophies. And they'll also start off with a magic card. And this magic card essentially helps you in your fights, and you get to use 1 card in every pie fight along with these pies that's on this chart over here. So when you're in a pie fight, you say, I want to spend 5 pies and I want to play this card for a total of 7, and you want to essentially beat the person that you're having a pie fight with. And yes, pie fights are one way to earn a trophy. Pie fights are fun, but you obviously can only win that trophy 1 time, and so it encourages players to do a variety of things and not just throw pies at each other. With those 2 starting cards and my pawn here ready to go, I'm ready to start the game. I'm playing a 2-player game. I'm playing purple, and my husband Lewis is going to play green. That's his original color. He was kind enough to give me or gift me the color green, and he then took subsequently yellow. So I guess I'm feeling a little magnanimous today. I'm feeling generous. So he's going to play green and I'll play purple. Right now, I'm sitting at the very top of the map, and I have the opportunity to move because right now I could seek, but I think I'm going to move before I do any of my other actions. Now here's how move works. I will take both of my siblings. I do move for both of them, and I will move 1 sibling 2 spaces without taking any resources with me, or I can move my pawn 1 space and take a resource with me. You can move fewer spaces than the 2, but you're still not allowed to carry anything. So both seekers, both of my pawns, can take their own independent moves. So I think what I'd actually like to do is just move them onto each of those resources so I can start collecting some resources, and then we'll see where I go. All right. Oops, he fell over. So now I'm sitting with some resources, and as I move around the map, I'm able to take those resources with me and spend them as I'd like to if I do other actions. So let's say Lewis is going to go next. He doesn't want to move because he wants to see where maybe some of these magic items and apples and things are going to come down. So he's going to choose the seek action. Seek action just says that you roll the dice and place resources out in those regions that are colored specific. So let's see here. He's going to go here and do the 2 red, blue, and yellow or gold. Now the gold die is going to place out these little quest items where you can go and quest. Usually quests require that you have resources to give and donate, so don't activate a quest until you have a couple resources handy, which is one reason why I didn't actually go straight to a quest even though I could reach it. I wasn't sure that I wanted to do that. This is going to put out apples, and the blue die is going to put out gems. So Lewis is rolling these dice, and he rolls them like this. So what I'm going to do is group them by type. I'm going to take 1 apple each and place 1 in the green zone. I'll place 1 in a blue zone. I'll take this die. It says I place 1 gem in a green area. I think I'm going to space it out because if I put it there, if Lewis does, then I might want to go and grab it. And then lastly, this is a yellow die that has a gray space. So what I'm going to do with this, quests are not able, you're not allowed to put quests in places with other quest tokens or with character pawns. And so I can't place this where, well, Lewis can't place it where I am. But if I were able to put an apple or a gem where an opponent is, I actually get friendship. I feel better, like I feel good about myself, which is the bonus that it states down here at the bottom of Seek. So this goes in the gray space, and I guess Lewis is just going to stick it right there. So that didn't necessarily get any resources close to him. He didn't roll any yellow or this red color, which is kind of unfortunate, but he was just doing making a gamble. What I think I'm going to have to do, since now it's my turn, I have to not move. I can't move twice in a row because there's only 1 space for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here to make. Now the thing about make is I get to essentially do a power up, and that's awesome because it gives me a special upgrade to my move or my make actions. So I'm going to pay 1 apple and 1 gem. Well, guess what? I can take 1 apple and 1 gem from my player area. Any of my characters, any of my siblings can have those pieces. And then I'll look at those green and blue lightning bolt decks, and I will select one. The green is going to help me move better or more efficiently, and the blue is going to help me make. So what I do when I take these cards is I will now take 3, and I'll pick 1 and put the other 2 on the bottom. So let me grab my 3 cards, and I'm going to pick from the move deck. All right, so I've got 3, and these cards all are going to, this Wicked Wagon allows me to move both of my pawns 2 spaces, and they can carry things. So it's not the 1 space restriction without carrying things. That's actually really great. This adventure balloon says that when one of my seeker moves, move one of your seekers directly to any space containing a quest, and you leave all your resources behind. So that could get me a lot of quests. And then lastly, portal says that your seekers move between portals with no movement cost. Wow, I haven't even talked about portals yet. This will give me a chance to tell you about portals. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to stick it right there on my move space that covers up my original basic action. I'll put these back here, and here's what it does. When you are on these portals, you can jump from portal to portal or from a portal to the center kingdom. And that allows you to do better, more efficient moves. Now, when I use my seekers or my pawns in these portals, I can move between them for no movement cost. So I can essentially walk into one here and pop out over here without having to pay another move. That's like really, really cool. I love it. That was my turn. I did an upgrade, a power up for my siblings' abilities. So now Lewis is going to look and maybe he wants to populate again. He really wants some resources before he moves to be on the spaces where he's going. So he's going to do the second, he's going to move that other spot down and do 2 blue, a red, and a yellow. And let's see if he can actually come up with some resources. Okay, he got kind of lucky. The red apple goes in the red zone, so he can actually place it right there, and he's definitely going to. This blue gives another quest in a blue area, so maybe he's going to hop over there super fast, perhaps. We'll see. Maybe he doesn't want to hop. And then 2 gems, it looks like in blue and gray. So he's going to put, aha, here, he's going to be friends. He's going to be friends with me. So he's going to place this gem in a space where the opponent is, which is me. And that means that he goes up on friendship. He goes up on that friendship track, and that's super important because if you fall below 3 on the friendship track, you're not allowed to claim a trophy at the end of your turn. And you can only claim 1 trophy at the end of your turn. And remember, this is a race. You want to be the first person to get to 4 to trigger the end of the game, which would guarantee you perhaps a tie, but maybe the win, because you could beat your opponent to 4 trophies. That's a really good move. And then this one goes on gray. Oh no, he did gray. This one goes on blue. I think he's going to try to space it out a little bit. So he got some resources out. I think he's probably going to move next time because he wants to go and collect all these resources. Well, I have a gem now, but not enough to make. I could do a very similar action with Seek that he's been doing. I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. I need some more resources because I'm standing around a bunch of quests and I don't really have any resources. And remember, I told you, if you do a quest, you probably need to have some resources. There is an option for you to not take the card, but getting 2 quests complete is one way to get a trophy. So I'm going to do 2 reds, a blue, and a yellow for the Seek action. Wow, 2 apples in yellow. If only Lewis had moved out, I could have maybe gotten some friendship myself. Well, let's place an apple here and an apple there. I've got a gem in green. Wow, dang. I do move through portals for free, so I might do that. And then I've got a blue for a quest. Okay. Now my turn. It's done, right? I'm not doing anything. My bonus says I earn the trophy on my turn by reaching 7 pies instead of 8. If you reach 8 on your pie track, you can earn a trophy. If you reach 8 on the friendship track, you can earn a trophy. So you see there's a lot of ways to get those trophies. Lewis is going to move. He is ready to go collect all of this stuff. He's going to send 1 seeker here and just forfeit that extra move. And then I think he's going to send his other seeker just on this blue gem, and he might walk onto that quest next time. We'll see. But that's his turn. He's moved. I am going to move now. And remember, my seekers move between portals with no movement cost. So this guy is going to go 1 for free, 2. And he's moved 2 spaces into a space with 2 gems. And that's really good because that means I essentially own those gems and I can spend them how I want. So my second seeker is going to take this gem and walk 1 space. And he's going to stop because when you enter a space with a quest, you're going to activate it. So I'm going to take this quest off. I'm going to pull the card from the deck and I'm going to look at it and say, first thing, you read top down, blue, pay 2 pies, gain 1 magic spell and 1 friendship. It's not bad. So if I want that, I take it. If I don't, I pass and I move on to the next one. The next one says that I gain a bunch of stuff. I gain a magic spell and 2 gems, but then I lose friendship. And if I lose friendship, I'm really low. Or I say no thanks, and I get a magic spell and I return this to the bottom of the quest deck. I think I'm going to pick the first one, challenge him. So I will pay 2 pies, and I'll go 1 pie, 2 pie. Oh, I'm purple. Ha! 1 pie, 2 pies. Gain 1 magic spell. Ooh, that's much better than my other card. It's a 5. And I will gain a friendship. Haha! Look at that. Now I'm up there with Lewis. And guess what? I keep this card, and this card is 1 progress towards 2, and I can get that trophy. Any amount of people can go to the trophy area. It doesn't matter. Even if I get there first, Lewis can still go and do 2 quests, and he can get his trophy too. Notice that each of us has 4 trophies on our area. Once we get a trophy, we'll put it down on that space, and that shows that we've got access to it. Okay, Lewis can't move twice in a row, so what he's going to do now is he could get a bonus power up. I think he's going to do a bonus power up. It's really good at the beginning of the game to kind of get those bonuses and to really get use of them for the whole game, which I think is really, really helpful. He takes 1 gem and 1 apple, and he pays those. And he's going to take from the make deck. So he's going to take these top 3, and he's going to look at them and say, okay, this gives me a friendship when I do get the pies on the top part. This one says that it's a variety or a combination to get the same amount of things. And this one says it takes 1 less apple to get the pies. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get the friendly baker, put that right back on the same spot that I was on. And that means that when I do the double apple action, I get a friendship and 2 pies. I say it's Lewis, right? He's going to get those. All right. I'm going to put these back, and now it is my turn. Woo-wee, so much fun. I've got 3 gems. Now, here's the deal. If I take 4 gems back to the kingdom at the end of my turn, I can trade those gems in for one of my trophies. So I think I might want to populate with the blue, and I'll take the 2 blue and a red and a yellow and hope that I can give myself some more gems. If I roll a green, then I can actually just give it to myself, and then I can walk into the kingdom with both of my seekers and turn them in. So that's actually really cool. Let's see. I did! I got 1. Okay, here we go. I get 2 gems, so I'll put 1 in green and 1 in gray. Let's incentivize that quest. Maybe I can go there soon. I'll take an apple and place it in blue. Oh my gosh, blue is looking so juicy right now. And then I get to do a quest in yellow. Ooh. There? Ah. Okay, that was it. That was my turn. I did this. Now it's Lewis. He is going to... Oh, he needs some resources. Whoa. Okay, let's see here. Let's risk it. He's going to move. And he's going to go 1, 2. And he's going to activate that treasure. He's going to activate that exploration. So he's going to take it off, and he's going to look at the card. It says, pay 2 gems. Ooh, he didn't have gems. He had apples. Sometimes you pay apples and you get things. That's why I say let's risk it. So he didn't pay 2 gems because he doesn't have 2 gems. He can't gain 3 pies. Run away with the prize. He can gain 3 pies but lose 2 friendship, which would put him in the no trophy zone, or he can say, no thanks, and gain a pie for visiting. Oh boy. Oof. Dang. I think he's gonna say, no thanks, gain a pie for visiting, because now he's at 4 pies, and he just puts the card back and says, I can't get that quest, I gambled, maybe I didn't get exactly what I wanted, but okay. So here's what I'm going to do on my turn. I'm going to move, and I'm going to move like this. I get to go 1. Now this portal says I can move from portal to portal, and this is highlighted in pink to remind you that this is a portal. You can go from portal to portal here. So for free, I don't have to pay to go from portal to portal, even though I'm carrying gems. So I went 1 and magically appeared here. I'm in a portal, and I move in with my second one. Now, I have 4 gems in the kingdom, in the kingdom castle center, and I will discard them. And I will take one of my trophies and place it here on the, I put 4 gems into the castle. I donated them, and now I was rewarded with my trophy. Yay. This is where you take your seekers, you place them back here, and you get, when you go home, either 2 pies or you get a magic card. And you take your pawn off your map so that next time you get to start wherever you want to start. So I'm looking at 1 pie, and that's just not enough pies. And I got a magic card already. I think I'm going to take the 2 pies. Yeah, that's a really good choice. All right, that was it. I'm 1 trophy up. Yay! Okay, so now Lewis is going to go. He can't move. He is going to... Oh! He can do his thing. He's going to turn 2 apples in. Are you ready for this cool? This is his special new card, the Friendly Baker. He's going to take this apple, and he's going to turn it in for 2 pies, 1, 2, and a friendship. He is rocketing up these tracks, which means that he can get a trophy for each of them at the end, whatever he gets it. So, yay. My turn. So, I can go wherever I want on my board, but I don't really have that much going for me. You know what? I could jump through portals. That's actually, maybe I should just go run. I think I'm going to move. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I'm going to go 1, 2. And then these guys, at the start of my next turn, or whenever I move again, are going to be able to teleport between those portals for free. So that means that I'm going to be able to go and like jump out and just kind of go all over the map. So I'm setting myself up. I love it. Lewis doesn't have many resources and he wants to go gobble some things up too. So perhaps, oh boy, just doesn't have that much. He's going to get some, he knows I spent gems, so maybe he's going to get some gems out there. So he's going to roll this dice. He's going to seek 2 gems on gray. Oh, dang. All right. Gem. Boy, that's bad. 1 apple on blue. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. And then 1 of these on green. Well, golly, that just didn't help him at all. That is... the dice, you know, that's what happens. So I'm going to do the same thing because I don't have any resources and I can't move again. So I'm going to do the 2 reds and a yellow. All right, I've got 2 apples. 1 is on green and 1 is on red. So red, green, because Lewis could maybe move there next turn. I'm going to have a gem on white and I will put 1 of these out, but it can't be where someone is. So I might tempt Lewis away with that if he wants to leave that center one for me, perhaps. That's it. Lewis is going to move. I think he wants to go and grab some of these things. Oh boy. Let's see here. There's too many quests out there. He is going to go. Oh, okay. I think he wants to go 1 and teleport here. So you don't activate a quest unless you end your movement there. So he moved 2 spaces, essentially not carrying any gems or resources. And then his second action is going to be here, right into that beautiful apple orchard. So he's got an apple and a quest. He's going to end his turn and he's going to flip that card over and hope he can do something. So he could donate 2 gems. Nope, he doesn't have 2 gems. Move 1 gem from move 1 gem from any other space to a space you control, lose a friendship. Well, he's really working hard on making sure he's got friends. And so I don't think he wants to lose friendship. I think he just wants to gain a gem for visiting. So he's just going to put here, gain a gem, and put it on any space with his player. Well, I think he wants to put it here to keep it safe. from a pie fight against me, because I could walk right into his space and instigate a pie fight. All right, back to me. I'm going to just go right over here and move because I need to get some of those resources. I'm going to move into this space, and I will move... oh, you know what? I'm not going to move there. I'm going to teleport both of mine here for free and move one and move one. And now I get to do 2 quests one at a time. I will take this off and read this quest here. I've got friends in peril. I could send aid. Place 2 gems on a space occupied by another player. Gain 2 friendship and a pie. Ooh, that's nice. I don't want to gain 2 gems to lose a friendship. And if I keep this card by picking the red or blue options, I get another trophy. I'm going to send aid. Place 2 gems on a space occupied by another player. Gain 2 friendship. 1, 2, and 1 pie. 1 pie. And I keep it, and I take another trophy off, and I say, yay, I got another trophy. I'm 2 out of 4 away. Lewis is still working on his. I wonder what he's up to. Maybe we'll see next turn. He just has a lot of gems now. He could actually do the same reward that I got, the same trophy. So what he's going to do is do some... He could do... Ooh, he's going to make at his friendly baker. He'll take the apple from here and the gem from here. And he's going to essentially do another power-up, but for the green move. He'll take the top 3, and he'll look at these. This says, as one of your moves, move one of your seekers directly to an unoccupied space containing 2 or more resources. It's kind of like a jump, a big jump. You may transfer any number of resources between your seekers after moves are resolved. Interesting. As one of your moves, move one of your seekers directly to your other seeker space, then gain 1. Ooh, he always wants to gain friendship. He can get the friendship bonus. I want the wings of friendship. Boom. Now, here's the cool thing. Lewis has this, and he has this. So he takes this, and he places it down on the... I've got both of my power-ups. He's got a trophy. He's on the board. Even my dog is excited. Can you hear her? She's like cheering for Lewis. It's like he's finally joined the game, which is great. I love it. It's so exciting. So here we go. My turn. I will... can't move. But I do have some resources. So maybe I should make some pies. I'll be so close to my pies. I'm going to do that because I have 2 apples. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do my quest on my last turn. It was blocked by his pawn. Oof, let me do that. I'm going retroactively. Let's make sure we get it right. At the end of my turn, I was supposed to do this little quest guy here. So here we go. I haven't taken my turn yet. Pay 2 apples, gain 1 magic spell, and 1 friendship. Let me put that back there. Yeah, I would do that, right? Yeah. I gotta do that. I'm gonna pay 2 apples and gain, here we go. I pay 2 apples and I gain a magic spell and I gain a friendship. So I'm gonna, oh my gosh, I'm so close to that friendship. And I keep it, but I've already got my bonus for that, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So now that I don't have those apples, I think I might have to roll some dice. So I'm gonna roll the 2 apples in this one. Okay, I've got an apple in green and an apple in white. I'm going to put an apple there. Hey! If I place the apple where Lewis is, I will earn a friendship, and at the end of my turn, I can claim that trophy. Yes! Yes. Okay. And, oh gosh, I forgot. I didn't see which one I rolled. Was it this one? I'm going to say it was because I don't even remember. I wasn't looking. So it's a red. I'm going to place it there. And then I have this, which is in a gray space. So let's go up there. All right, at the end of my turn, I claim a trophy. And I will claim it on the friendship track. I know I started the game, but I think you have a pretty good idea of how this game works, what makes it so easy yet complex. You get a choice of an action, and you have 6 actions normally. There are some power-up cards that give you another option to go on some of these tracks, the make track, maybe the move track. I haven't seen it yet. But you have these choices, and you can't go to the same one twice in a row. You have to move away before you go back again. And when you go to certain places, there are really cool bonuses. And there are cool opportunities with your specialty that your card is dealt in the beginning. Now, I didn't show you how a pie fight works. Let me show you kind of as like an example of what a pie fight is. So let's say I moved into the space where Lewis was. I would instigate a pie fight, and he would take one of the pie trackers, and I would take one of the pie trackers, and we would have these pies available to us. So Lewis knows that he has 6 pies, but he's really working hard on getting to that 8. And when you spend pies, you spend pies. You don't get them back. You don't get to keep them because you put them down here. So that's why you can pick 0 if you don't want to bid 0. You could bid as many as you have, and you get to add one of your cards. Now, I drew a really good card the last time I got a card, which is a 5, and I don't know if he's actually going to have a 5 because I have a 2 and a 3. So I would probably want to bid a lower amount. Let's say I bid 1, and let's say Lewis bid, I don't know, let's say he bid 3. We would compare those. I would add my 1 card, and he's going to add whatever this card is. Now, I don't know what it is, but let's hope it's good. It's a 4. So I have a total of 6. I lose 1 pie for this. He has a total of 7, and he loses 1, 2, 3 pies for that, but he won. Now, if you're the attacker and you tie your opponent, you actually win the tie. So it's really important as the defender to try to get at least 1 better than your attacker. So these cards get discarded for being played as magic, and Lewis actually wins that pie fight, so it sends my person back home. I lost the pie fight, and that's not good, but guess what he did? He won a pie fight, and it wasn't his turn. He takes a trophy, and he puts it right there on pie fight. You have to win just 1 to get a trophy. So I thought I was going to get an easy trophy, and he ended up getting a trophy on me. That's how kind of dynamic this game is. And you can tell with more players, wow, you're just going to have that much more opportunity where you're really trying to grab up these resources, your apples and your gems, and you're trying to go on quests, and you're trying to have some pie fights with people and be successful, because this is a track that counts for a trophy. Friendship is a track that counts as a trophy, and you can't forget that when you are low on friendship because you're not being friendly with other players, you can't claim trophies, and that's huge. This is just a fun game, and it's a lighter version of Scythe that you can share with people, teach them, and it's just adorable. Like, have you seen these pictures? The little stories that go on in the quests are just adorable. I love the bonuses that players get to do. I love the power-ups. The upgrades for your player actions are unique and interesting. So thoughtful. And the pieces, the bits, I mean, are just stunning. And of course, there is the possibility to paint these minis. And I mean, I gotta tell you, they give you a painting guide there's like an extra sheet of paper in the game that it comes in the box. Oh, they just look so good. And yet another opportunity for me to paint and to just bring these little characters to life. They are so cool. I just am wholly impressed with the quality and the gameplay of My Little Scythe, and I think if you are a fan of Scythe or a fan of this kind of game mechanic of selecting an action and then doing that, and then just every turn you get to pick one different action every single time, I think you're going to like this. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Yes, it's competitive, but it's also family friendly. And I think that's the big part of it. The theme here is very light, it's very friendly, and it's just charming. So thanks for joining me for this rundown of My Little Scythe. As you can tell, I had my friendship shirt on, so I wanted to really promote that, kindness feature of this game. I think you probably got it seeing me play the game between me and Lewis. Thanks for joining me.